Hey guys, welcome to another unboxing. And yes, it is from Pixies pouch again. I think I'm good though. I think I'm good. I have a concern because look at the box. It's literally like ripped through. So I'm really hoping nothing fell out, but when they handed it to me, they're like, we don't think anything fell out, but in the event that something did, because it is like, it took a hit. It is definitely open that one side. So hopefully nothing slid out of there, but we'll find out. Probably the hard way. All right, so let's start with this one. Where do we think the opening is? Trying to find a seam here. Okay. All right, so like one of these, I had never seen a stone like this before. I just thought it was wild looking. So this is blooming flower rhyolite. It's just like interesting looking. Like look at those. They're almost like they almost look fossil-y, you know. I just thought it was so cool looking. But I'd never seen it with like these kinds of shapes in the blooms before. Well, they're kind of like all over the place, like these little spots. So I thought that was kind of cool looking. And then I've got a piece of yellow tourmaline, which I got option number 4 because it had the most of the yellow in it. But I don't have any yellow tourmaline in my collection, so I quite like this one. And it is polished, but it does have that kind of still that stone feel. Like it doesn't have an excessive amount of polish, so it does have like a tactile feel to it. Okay, I got a few spheres, so I'm hoping that they all survived. And I got a bunch of tumbles. The reason I got a bunch of tumbles is I've ordered tumbles before from other shops and paid way more money for them than I got them for at her shop. But her tumbles are like bigger than your average size. I mean, compared to ones that I've gotten from other shops that are kind of like misshapen and just really look like big chips, honestly. I've seen her pack up a couple of orders that had tumbles, and I was like, I was really like shocked by how big the tumbles are from her store. So I wanted, you know, larger pieces for my collection. So a couple of the materials I already have, but I only have like tiny little tumbles that are like 1/2 inch, you know, in size. So I'm hoping, yeah, look how humongous they are. You know, they're like chunks. Okay, so we have, let's see, zebra jasper. I actually don't have any zebra jasper in my collection, so this is my first piece of zebra jasper, and like you can see the size of the tumble. Like I'm used to when like someone sends a tumble, it's like a little bit bigger than your thumbnail. And these are, you know, chunks. They're practically cubes, you know? So that's why I went ahead and got them, because they're still only a few dollars, but they're huge. I got Caribbean calcite, and I do have Caribbean calcite in raw form. And these have like drusies on them. That's kind of what I was going for. But I want to, again, they're like a third of the size of this, you know? So I really liked the, you know, the chunks. And this is some lavender quartz, which I also don't have any lavender quartz in my collection. And again, like big, chunky piece of it. Actually, if you go on her website starting today, through like for the week, all of the stuff on the Pixie Pouch website is the current inventory. Like, I don't know if it can everything, but like the current inventory of what's over on there is 20% off. I'm thinking these are sphere stands. Yes, these are sphere stands for the spheres that I purchased. I got 2 large ones and a kind of a smaller one. So very helpful. And what is this? That is cool looking. I think this is also a sphere stand, but it's fancy. So perhaps a gift. I'm not sure. I'll have to look. All right. I really like spheres. I have carved my own spheres. I have quite a few of them on this table that I'm filming on right now. I got a denim blue apatite sphere because that's going to go on a display I have in my bedroom, where I have some argonite and Caribbean calcite spheres that I carved myself, but I want the denim blue apatite to go with those. Okay, I got this because I've been experiencing nightmares lately. And this is a preonite worry stone, but it's a flower. And preonite's really good for slumber, warding off nightmares and stuff. Like that's what it's, you know, what it's touted, that the frequency helps you sleep soundly. I've been having some bad dreams lately, you know. I don't know if you've ever watched my Peekaboo YouTube channel, but I've been experiencing some phenomena in my house lately, and been having some not so pleasant dreams lately. So I was hoping that just putting this in my pajama pocket, you know, and it's a worry stone too, it's like curved, that perhaps just, you know, utilizing that might help. I don't typically listen to the frequency and that kind of thing of crystals. Like I just have collected rocks since I was a kid, and it's just like I continue my collection and add specimens to it of things that I don't have. But I have I'm just trying it out, and I thought it was pretty, and it was pretty inexpensive. So I just sort of wanted to try it out, and it's such a pretty stone, you know, with all the inclusions and stuff, that I just wanted, you know, if not, if it doesn't work, it's fine, because I like preonite. I only have preonite chips in my collection so far, so this is a nice addition. Okay. One thing I'm really excited about is I only have raw smoky quartz, and she had really high quality smoky quartz, like it's super dark. And, you know, translucent but really, really dark, which is supposed to be a sign of high quality. Excited to get a nice polished piece of smoky quartz because I don't have any. I have lots of raw smoky quartz, but no. And the smoky quartz I have that's raw, I mined myself. So that's how I got a lot of my raw things. All right, so this is the smoky quartz. It's so dark. Like still translucent, you can still see through it kind of a thing. But that's supposed to be the mark of like a really high quality piece of smoky quartz, is that it's dark like this. And then we have red zebra jasper, which is kind of just a pink. It almost looks heart-shaped. It's not supposed to be a heart. It's just supposed to be a tumble, but it looks kind of naturally heart-shaped. It's giving me heart-shaped vibes. Okay. Let's get this. Sorry, bumped the camera, bumped the tripod a little bit. Okay. Alright, so this is Dragon's Blood Jasper. Here. Actually, I just realized my light's not turned on. There we go, look at that. Let there be light. So Dragon's Blood Jasper. And again, like I have Dragon's Blood Jasper, but it is like the tiniest little thing that this other company sent me. And then this is leopard skin. Like all of these tumbles are intuitively chosen. But she does like show you on the website, you know, a picture of the pile so you have an idea of what you will be getting one of these kind of a thing. You know, it's not just a generic, you know, stock photo. Like she actually takes a picture. Oh, this is, okay. All right, let's get into the spheres. Okay. All right. So this is the denim blue. It's very dark, yeah. Denim blue apatite sphere. Oh. Oh. I just really liked the, like, just the, not just the blue part of it, not just the richness of the blue part of it, but also the, like the striations of the host rock within it. I don't know if this is like a mineral, like if it's, you know, like a mineral that's trapped within, or if it's just like the host rock that the blue apatite grew on. But I just liked the, both the brown and the denim blue that's on it. I just really liked the look of it. And it's the smallest of the spheres that I got. It's pretty big still. I think this is probably like 40 millimeter. It's a little bit bigger than my giant D20s, and my giant D20s are 35 millimeters. So, yeah, so I'm thinking this is like 40. That's the smallest of the spheres that I purchased. Okay, then get the next smallest, which is even bigger than that one. If I can figure out how to open it, it'll be great. The struggle is real. There we go. Okay, all right, so this one, I do have moss agate. I don't have a moss agate sphere. But I loved this one because it reminded me of like a planet. Like, doesn't it look like it looks like Earth with clouds, you know, like clouds, like atmosphere. It looks like continents, and then it's in this like navy blue, like the, you know, is throughout like the ocean. And I thought I would buy like like desk globe calipers. And instead of putting a globe in them, I was going to put this so that it would be like, it would look like a planet, like a globe. And it's funny because on the Discord server, someone else said the same exact thing. And I was like, oh, wow, we are so on the same page. Like, so I told them like what I was looking at to possibly use to hold it like a globe. But you can get like, they're literally called like globe calipers for like making your own globe kind of a thing. And they're brass. They're like brass, you know, in color. So I thought I would try that out. But I wanted to make sure that the circumference of this would fit in the holder. So I wanted to get this first and then order that. It's very heavy, so that's the only thing that gives me pause, is that might be too heavy for the stand I was originally considering. All right. There seems to be like 4 spheres in here, which I only ordered 3. So I'm a little okay. Yeah, so that was so we opened the moss agate, we opened the denim blue apatite. I also have a rhyolite, and then it looks like there's another sphere in here, so I'm not sure. She definitely sent 4 sphere stands, but I definitely only ordered 3 spheres. So, oh, no way. Okay. That is gorgeous. This is a fluorite sphere. I did not order this. This is a gift. And holy cow, is this gorgeous. I don't have a fluorite sphere. This is stunning. And it is crazy heavy. Oh, there's like phantoms in there. There's literally like phantoms. You can see the phantom lines. You know, where like a crystal, basically a phantom is like where a crystal started to grow within and created like a cavity before kind of gave up and then just sort of filled in with the rest, but it leaves, there's like these little chevrons in there. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. So this is definitely a gift because I did not order fluorite. But this is stunning and I love it. perhaps it's no. Yeah, I'm not sure about this yet. Look, this one I definitely ordered. This is the largest sphere that I ordered. I'm a big sphere girly. I love carving them. I love collecting them. All right, so this, gorgeous. And actually she had two, and I was like having the hardest time. Actually, she may have had three. I think she had three in stock at the time, and I was having the hardest time. Like I had 3 different windows open, and I'm like comparing them and trying to pick out the one that I want kind of thing. So this is Petal Flower Rhyolite. And similar to the heart in the very beginning, same material, just a different type. And but yeah, very cool. And it's the largest. It's not as heavy, ironically, not as heavy as the fluorite even. So it does, even though it is the largest of all the spheres, it's the lightest one of all the spheres, which is interesting. Fluorite is a pain to carve. It is like the hardest material to carve. I did a 9-tailed fox for a friend of mine who was having like a big birthday a couple of years ago. And yeah, it took me like 8 months, I think, to like so many blades. Like I went through so many diamond blades to like, I spent more on the diamond blades and stuff to do it, to cut the material than I did on the raw material I used to make the thing. I'm like, so hard to cut fluorite. So yeah, I think it's one of the hardest materials to work with. So far, that has been my experience. Oh yeah, that works great for the pedal, the little brass gold holder. Okay. Pouches with like the little floral, like it looks like it was created by Pixies, you know. And it's printed, but it looks like it's stitched on. So I'm just going to put the bowl down so that I can just pour this in and look at the materials. The last time I got a pouch, the Pop Rocks, I don't know if you remember that, the Pop Rocks were actually, that I thought perhaps could be fluorite. I couldn't figure out what they were. Like I was like, is it marganite? Is it fluorite? Is it strawberry quartz? I couldn't figure it out. And she actually commented that it was tourmaline, which I never would have guessed because tourmaline's a very expensive stone to be putting in confetti. You know, so she's very generous. So super pretty, nice little scoop. And that is my order. I don't believe anything fell out. Miracles happen every day because look at this. Look at the break in that box. Like when it was closed, it was literally like gaping open like this. And I was just like, oh no, oh no. And then this is a letter that she writes to everyone, thanking you for your order, and usually has a write-up of each of the stones and significance of the stones, little, some little lore drop. And then, yeah, so I'm looking forward to reading that, but it also has a coupon code usually for my next order. And so I definitely want to hold on to this. But thank you so much for joining me in my unboxing. Thank you so, so much, Pixies Pouch, for the fluorite sphere. I will love that and enjoy that immensely. I love everything. I'm so glad that everything arrived and intact, because that box, they did, they were unkind to that box. And I look forward to ordering again in the future. But I love you guys so, so much wherever you are in the world, and I will see you soon.